Palestinian people during these difficult times of this barbaric aggression against our people, particularly in the Gaza Strip. As we told you yesterday that we were putting the final touches on a draft resolution, that exercise was completed yesterday, and our ideas were intertwined with the very important, courageous letter of the Secretary General in which he invoked using Article 99 before the Security Council. So the draft resolution, which is
okay, napakahalaga mensahe ito, no, para sa kapayapaan. Ang suporta natin kapayapaan, hindi giyera.
Security Council to take action, and that requires a humanitarian ceasefire immediately. I believe that this draft resolution, which was given last night to all members of the Security Council, out of courtesy and the correct thing to do in giving all members of the Security Council to study it, to share with their capitals, to share with us if they have any ideas that could be incorporated in that draft resolution. And we expect that the draft resolution will be put in blue today, and action will take place on it when the Security Council meet tomorrow at 10 o'clock, as far as we know. We sincerely hope that the Security Council will adopt that resolution and will listen to the brave, courageous, principled position of the Secretary General, in which all of us salute him for taking that step, which was not taken by any Secretary General for a long period of time, and that gives you an indication of of how dangerous the situation is in the Gaza Strip. In this connection, we thank our brothers and sisters in the delegation of United Arab Emirates who were in the forefront in reflecting the general mood of the great majority of the international community inside the Security Council, outside the Security Council, and it was reflected in the draft resolution that I have referred to. We are also grateful for our brothers and sisters.
Hindi ko i-break, ano ko lang, no? Hindi ko i-cut yan, pero ano ko lang.
From the Committee on the Exercise of the Inalienable Rights of the Palestinian People and many others who are with us as we speak now,
Walang kinakamihan at walang pinapanigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa kapaminan at trabaho lamang.
By about 10 votes. We appreciate the sentiment from the General Assembly in showing empathy, solidarity, and support to the Palestinian people during these difficult times in the Gaza Strip, particularly the issue of refugees. The 3 resolutions related to the refugees received high number of votes on the 160 on the higher level of these votes. So that this is the reality that we are going through. We hope that the Security Council tomorrow to adopt that resolution and to begin the process of enforcing it, as to follow the need to implement also resolution 2712. I'm sure that we will speak to you again tomorrow on the results of the action, and we hope a successful action by the Security Council. We are also grateful to our brothers in Egypt who are playing a key role in allowing for the hundreds of trucks now, and we need more, to enter the Gaza Strip for providing to our civilian population in the Gaza Strip. The number of killed are now in excess of 17,000 Palestinians, and killed and injured around 65,000. A large number of them, 70% of them, are women and children. This is something that is so disgusting and disgraceful, to see this large number of children being killed more than any other conflict since the creation of the United Nations. This abhorrent behavior by the savages in the leadership of the State of Israel, who should be held accountable for their crimes, as we are debating in the Assembly of State Parties to the ICC from the beginning of this week, in which we raised these issues, that in certain areas, warrants of arrest for those who were involved in issues from the point of view of the ICC, but we do not see yet a single warrant of arrest of those who are committing these crimes, whether against children or the crime, of settlements, or the crime of the complete destruction and collective punishment against 2.3 million Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. This is the state of affairs. We are also grateful for our brothers and sisters in Qatar, who played a very important role in the exchange of hostages and prisoners, and we hope that they can continue in this effort. We know that those who are in prison, I can speak about the Palestinian side, and I'm sure that it is also the same feeling on the other side. People would love to see their loved ones to be freed from captivity, from imprisonment. We have close to 8,000 Palestinians who are in prisons, thousands of them with the illegal administrative detentions, and we want them to be freed, and we want them to be freed now so that they can join their loved ones. So in this collective effort, we also appreciate the work and the determination of all officials of the United Nations, including Lynn Hastings, which we salute her for her outstanding work. And we side with her boss, Mr. Griffith, who said he is proud of working with her. And we support all those who are taking principal position from the international community, from the UN staff, in catering to the needs of the millions of Palestinian civilians, including 50% of them who are children. If somebody wants us to say something in Arabic, I will, but I will stop here with English.
ممكن أسأل عن سؤالين. اسمي ابتسام عازم، العربي الجديد. السؤال الأول صحيفة العربي الجديد. السؤال الأول لسعادة سفير جامعة الدول العربية، هل ممكن أن تشرح لنا أكثر الخطوات التي ترغب الدول العربية اتخاذها للضغط على الولايات المتحدة من أجل أن توقف مثلا تقديم الأسلحة، من أجل أن توقف دعمها لإسرائيل؟ والسؤال الثاني لسعادة السفير المصري، هل لكم أن تشرحوا لنا لماذا لا تدخل مساعدات من رفح، لا يدخل ما يكفي من المساعدات من رفح إلى غزة؟ شكرا.
شكرا يا أخي.
By the way, the Egyptian ambassador is the chair of the Arab group for this month. So,
well, yeah, thank you. شكرا جزيلا على السؤال. والجامعة العربية لم تتوقف يوما.
شكرا كثيرا.
سواء كان من ساعة لما
أوكي، شكرا كثيرا.
قرار يوم 11 أكتوبر، القرار الاجتماع الوزاري الطارئ اللي طلبته فلسطين، أو من القمة العربية الإسلامية المشتركة التي عقدت يوم 11 نوفمبر، واللي انبثق عنها اللجنة الوزارية التي تزور واشنطن اليوم وتلتقي مع الإدارة الأمريكية لبحث كافة خطوات وقف هذه المجزرة الدموية التي تقوم بها إسرائيل ضد الشعب الفلسطيني، سواء كان في غزة أو في أراضي أخرى من الأراضي المحتلة. بالطبع الجامعة العربية هنا بتعمل مع المجموعة العربية بقيادتها، سواء كان الشهر الماضي برئاسة
لغة العربية،
الشهر الحالي برئاسة مصر، والشهر القادم برئاسة البحرين،
لغة العربية.
ونقوم بكافة المجهودات وبننسق مع وفد فلسطين بالكامل فيما يتعلق بالتحركات المطلوبة. الضغط على الولايات المتحدة يتم من خلال استخدام الآليات الموجودة في الأمم المتحدة. الأمين العام فتح لنا هذا الباب بخطابه الذي قدمه إلى رئيس مجلس الأمن بموجب المادة 99 من الميثاق. مشروع القرار العربي الإسلامي المطروح أمام المجلس يستند إلى هذا النص في ميثاق الأمم المتحدة، ويستند إلى خطاب الأمين العام، ويحظى بدعم دولي كبير ليس فقط من
Talagang magandang Arabic
هناك دعم
language,
أوروبي
no?
كبير جدا في هذا الموضوع. هناك دعم آسيوي ودعم لاتيني وغيره ونأمل أن تكون الرسالة واضحة وأن تسمح القوى الكبرى بأن يمر هذا القرار حتى لو امتنعوا فقط.
Pag mga original Arabic talaga magaling pakinggan, no?
الإشارة المناسبة ردا على الرسائل المتتالية التي بتسلم إليهم من المجتمع الدولي بقرار الجمعية العامة ب 122 صوت بالقرار 7.
Okay, wala tayo kinakampihan dito. Balita lang ito.
التي عملها بضغط من الأجهزة الفرعية
para sa information ng publiko. Ganun na ng news.
ألا ترون أن على الرغم من أهمية الخطوات الدبلوماسية التي يتم اتخاذها هنا وهي مساعي جبارة ومهمة جدا، ولكن ألا ترون أن هذا غير كافي وأن هنالك حاجة لضغط أكبر من العواصم على الجانب الأمريكي والأوروبي لوقف
Galing yun sa mga media ng mga Arabic, no?
هناك قرارات تصدر تلتزم الجامعة بتنفيذها. القرارات العربية العالمية يجري تنفيذها بمنتهى القوة وبقوة دفع قوية جدا جدا جدا. ما لم يرد في
جدا
يتم اتخاذه عن طريق العواصم، وجامعة الدول العربية غير مسؤولة عن ما يجري في العواصم. شكرا.
شكرا. شكرا.
استجابة للسؤال
ياهي
اللي استفسرتي حضرتك بخصوص انسياب المساعدات عبر معبر رفح، يعني أود أن أؤكد أمام الجميع أنه معبر رفح منذ 7 من أكتوبر
Puro kalbo rin, katulad ko yung mga Arabic
مفتوح. إنما هناك حالة سلطة قائمة بالاحتلال في منطقة عمليات حربية وحرب مستعرة، عدوان على أشقائنا وأهالينا في الفلسطينيين في غزة. هناك آلية.
Ito po mga diplomats ito, no? Hindi mga ordinary tao, mga VIP, diplomats po ng mga Islamic countries, no?
والهلال الأحمر الفلسطيني لتنسيق، لأن المساعدات عندما تنساب من المعبر المصري لابد أنه على الطرف الآخر يجري استلام
Kaya balanse.
توزيعها.
Dito sa programa ko balanse.
ومع القصف المتكرر الجانب الفلسطيني من المعبر.
Taga Western pinaparinig natin dito. Taga Eastern pinaparinig natin dito. Taga mga Russia pinaparinig natin dito. Ano pang kulang?
لذلك الغرض تحديدا وإدراكا بأن السلطة القائمة بالاحتلال هناك بعض العراقيل والتعطيل لانسياب المساعدات.
Wala tayong tinatago.
الإسلامية أعدت مشروع قرار خصيصا لتسهيل انسياب المساعدات بصورة منتظمة، نتحدث على تفعيل كافة المعابر. الأشقاء في دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة بيقوموا بدور بارز.
Anong tinatago natin? Wala tayong kinakampihan.
الإنهاء وينتظر الدفع به للتصويت مطلع الأسبوع المقبل إن شاء الله.
دعوني أن أقول thank you. We have a delegation of 8 ministers, Arabs and Muslims, that was established as a result of the summit that took place in Riyadh, and they are currently in Washington DC, and that delegation is headed by the foreign minister of Saudi Arabia. And in this connection, I would allow my brother from Saudi Arabia to say a few words about this issue and perhaps other issues.
Thank you, Ambassador Riyadh. Just would like to inform you that the delegation headed by the Foreign Minister of Saudi Arabia arrived in Washington this morning. They are going to have meetings with members.
Ito mga Western educator ito. Mga English.
Meetings with the
Tingnan mo mag-English, magagaling.
Namely the Foreign Minister, and also they would push for accepting the resolutions presented by the Arab group yesterday, and we are hoping that the United States will
ano bang sinasabi nila?
to be
English
by the Security Council tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, I think that. Yes.
Ambassador, we've seen at every Security Council meeting the Israeli ambassador discredit the work of the UN. given that the decision for a ceasefire mainly is in their court, how would you like to see this body address their comments? And do you think there's any value for your group to address their comments?
Okay, hindi pwede tatako ang balita, no? Lalabas din ng lalabas.
To the very irresponsible and disgusting behavior of the representative of the State of Israel. He is a member of the United Nations. He has to respect his obligations reflected in the Charter of the UN, and he doesn't. And we leave it to the international community to deal with him as such. We salute the position of Ambassador June when he was presiding over the Security Council, when he stopped him from continuing insulting and disrespecting senior officials from the United Nations, including our sister Sima Bahouth, the head of UN Women, because no delegation has the right to behave in this disrespectful, despicable behavior as he did. But we don't want to waste our time in that. We defend the Secretary General. We defend all UN senior officials who are carrying their duties with dignity and principles according to the mandate given to them by us, the international community, in providing help and services to the civilian population. We commend all of them, including those who bravely went and visited our people in the Gaza Strip, especially Mr. Lazzarini, the Commissioner General of UNRWA, who visited, the Gaza Strip twice, and he saw with his own eyes the tragedy of our people in the hand of this aggression by the Israeli party. Al Jazeera, then Eden.
شكرا سعادة السفير مراد هاشم الجزيرة. نريد أن نعرف تفسيركم لما يعنيه تفعيل المادة 99 من ميثاق الأمم المتحدة، وما الذي تتوقعونه من مجلس الأمن في ضوء تفعيل الأمين العام لهذه المادة.
المادة 99 تعطي الصلاحيات للأمين العام الذي إذا رأى على أن الحالة تهدد الأمن والسلم الدوليين، أن ارتكازا على المادة 99 يطلب من مجلس الأمن أن يتخذ إجراءات وخطوات عملية قد تفسر من البعض ويجب أن تفسر على أنها ملزمة لوقف هذا الخطر على الأمن والسلم الدوليين. ولذلك هو التجأ لهذه المادة بطلب وقف إطلاق نار إنساني فوري. ونحن في مشروع قرارنا تزاوج مشروع قرارنا مع ما يريد الأمين العام الذي نؤيده بشكل كامل في مطلبه، أن يرتقي مجلس الأمن إلى مستوى المسؤولية وأن يتصرف لوقف هذه الحالة التي تهدد الأمن والسلم الدوليين وتهدد بحياة عدد هائل من الفلسطينيين، من المدنيين، من الأطفال والنساء، ليس فقط من القصف وإنما من الجوع ومن المرض ومن كل الأشكال التي تهدد حياتهم بشكل جماعي، ومن ثم يهدد الأمن والسلم الدوليين في المنطقة. ونشكر على ذلك ونؤيده في هذا المسعى جميعا. ومشروع قرارنا كما قلت هو يرتكز من ضمن مسائل أخرى على رسالة الأمين العام، ونأمل من مجلس الأمن أن لا يعطل هذا الطلب من الأمين العام، وأن يصوت لصالح مشروع القرار المقدم من العرب والمسلمين وكل الذين يريدوا أن يسووا endorsement أو co-sponsorship لمشروع القرار. Edith, you have the last question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. The United States has made clear both here at the United Nations and in Washington that they do not support any kind of a ceasefire resolution at this time. If the ministerial delegation that is there today does not succeed in changing the mind of the Biden administration, would you still put this resolution to a vote on Friday morning?
I cannot speak on behalf of the ministers who are, as we are speaking, engaging the different components of the US administration and the United States government. being it Congress and administration. The ministers, are engaging in that, discussions. I am not aware of the details of that discussion, but obviously we have the authorization from our ministers, from our summit in Riyadh at the level of the heads of states and governments. We are calling for a ceasefire. The Secretary General is calling for a ceasefire. All UN agencies are calling for a ceasefire. Borrell is calling for a ceasefire. The European Union is doing the same. President Macron is calling for that, not to mention Russia and China and many others. The people in the streets, including the Jewish American community, particularly the young generations, who took over the Grand Central Station and took over Congress, and the millions in the streets, all of them are saying we want a ceasefire. So those, if they do not listen to this massive call from all corners of globe to ceasefire, including an article I read today in the New York Times, in which a family, a Jewish American family, the parents are in Tel Aviv, their daughter is at the University of California. She is telling them, I am puzzled. Why are you not agreeing to a ceasefire to stop the killing and to save lives? So even that argument was reflected within members of that Jewish American families, the parents versus the younger generations over this issue. It's a one full page article in the New York Times. I'm sure that you've seen it. If not, please see it, so that those who are opposing the ceasefire are among the very small minority. Those who are supporting the ceasefire to save lives, the lives of children, the lives of civilians, lives of children is precious. So any effort to save their lives is in line with humanity. Any effort not to save their lives is in contradiction with humanity. So therefore, what we are asking for, and I hope that the argument of our minister is very powerful, I'm sure it is, in favor of saying that we want to save lives, we want to have a ceasefire. We are with the Secretary General in calling for a humanitarian ceasefire, and I hope that the Security Council will succeed tomorrow. If we do not succeed, we have other options available to us. We will share them with you tomorrow. Thank you very much for being with us.
Okay, for those who are not supporting ceasefire, like a garbage, like a rugs, okay, parang basura ba? Parang garbage. Yung hindi mag-support po sa pag-save po ng itong pag-save po ng civilian dyan sa Palestinian, parang basura, parang garbage, parang rugs, mga suki, no? Yan po, katindi po ng itong news briefing po ng mga grupo po ng Arab Leagues, mga suki, no? Yung tinatawag na Organization of Islamic Coordination, mga suki, no? Ayan, parang basura. Okay, minority sa buong daigdig na nawagan po ng ceasefire para mapag-save po ng humanity, pag-save po ng kapayapaan. Kaya kung sino po ay papasok na hindi magsuporta dyan, parang basura, parang garbage po ang turing sa kanila. No? Ayan. Ganun po katindi po ng okay, ang global community, itong mga Muslim Ummah at saka mga global citizen. Kahit hindi mga Muslim, mag-suporta po, dapat magkaroon ng kapayapaan, no? Magkaroon ng ceasefire. So ganun po katindi po ang demand ng international community na dapat talagang meron tigil putukan, no? Okay, so papayag kayo maging basura? Sige. Suporta kayo na okay, pagpatuloy pa ng bakbakan para maging basura kayo, parang maging garbage kayo, mga suki, no? Okay, parang bulok na basura po, mga suki, mga kababayan. So sige, panig kayo doon sa okay, panig kayo doon po sa hindi pumayag po sa ceasefire, no? Okay, ang turing sa inyo, basura. Okay, garbage mo, mga suki, no? Ayan. Okay. So, sandali lang. Wala na tayong haba yung press briefing nila, no? Okay. Binuko lang yun. Binuko talaga na dapat mabuo po mga suki, no? Panawagan po ng, okay, ng Arab League mga suki, no? Ayan.
Ang buong administration ng Balita ay tumatalakay sa may subang kasalukuyan at nakapanahon. Makapolitika, makaopinyon, makakomentaryo at balita ang programa ay patas sa lahat. Walang pinigilingan, walang kinatanggihan, at walang pinapanigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa makakaminan at trabaho lamang.
Okay, ang sinabi po ni Ambassador Riyad, no? Doon po sa press briefing yon, umabot na po ng 17,000 plus ang patay po sa civilian po ng Janso sa 2.5 million ba yan? Resident po ng Gaza Strip. Umabot na po ang 17,000 ang namatay, no? So kasama na bata, kasama ng matanda, kasama ng mga kababaihan at saka kalalakihan mga suki, no? Ang sugatan, sabi po ng Ambassador yan, okay, umabot na po ng 60,000, no? 60 plus din. Okay, hindi po makuha ng eksakto, basta plus 6,000 plus po ang mga casualty po sugatan mga suki, no? Saan po ang puso natin? Okay, puso, anong klaseng puso natin, no? Kung hindi tayo maawa, magsimpatiya po sa sa kalagayan po ng mga Palestinian diyan po sa Gaza Strip mga suki, no? Ano ang klaseng puso natin? Ayan. Ayan. Okay, puro hatred na lang ba tayo? Okay, wala nang pagmamahal sa kapwa. Sige kayo, maging basura kayo mga suki, mga kababayan, no? Ayan. Sige.
Ang buong administration ng Balita ay tumatalakay sa may subang kasalukuyan at nakapanahon. Makapolitika, makaopinyon, makakomentaryo at balita ang programa ay patas sa lahat. Walang pinigilingan, walang kinatanggihan, at walang pinapanigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa makakaminan at trabaho lamang.
Sige. Okay, malaki pa lang income ng insurance, no? So, basahin po natin ang income ng insurance. Papunta naman tayo sa regular balita natin. Tapos na ito mga suki, no? Okay, ang income po ng insurance sa Pilipinas, no? Ayan. So, basahin po natin ng kahit hindi natin matapos yan kasi sobrang na isang oras ang programa, no? Manila, Philippines, the insurance industry show its net income increase to 38 billion the 9-month period amid improvement in the both life and non-life segment. Okay, data from the Insurance Commission showed that the net income of the sector went up by 9.38%, to 38.28 billion pesos from January to September, compared to the 35 billion in profit in the same year last year, no? Ayan. Malaki pa lang kita ng insurance, no? Ayan. Okay, the increase in the net income of the insurance industry could be attributed to the increase in the premium collection by both life and the non-life insurance companies. Okay, the IC said. Broken down, the life of insurance segment, okay, registered with a 10.32% increase in net income to 28.79 billion from 26.1 billion in 2022. As the end of September, life insurance firm collected 229.89 billion in a total premium of that. About the 46.57 billion came from the new balance, up to 14%. On the other hand, the non-life insurance segment net income rose tumaas po by 15%, okay, to 5.48 billion from 4.776 billion pesos. Ayan. So, yan pong income ng insurance, no? Oh, yan. Sana. Okay, the IC reported the Mutual Benefit Association, MBAs, show her income decline by 3% to 4.01 billion due to the significant increase in total underwriting expenses of a 9.64 billion. Okay, combined total assets of a three segment improved by 10% to 2.23 trillion, but liabilities also increased percent to 1.78 trillion. Malaking gastos, no? Ayan. Pero tubo pa rin. So, yan po ang istorya po ng ng insurance company, no? Ayan. So, okay. Medyo lalo ngayon, no? Kasi ang bakbakan po nila kampo ng Duterte at saka itong Martin Romualdez, medyo lal kasi gumanti po ang mga communicator po ng grupo ng kampo ni Tatay Digong, no? Okay, so magbuata sila ng kanilang panlaban po sa propaganda po ni Martin Romualdez, no? Okay, sa pang ipit o kaya pang pin down kay Tatay Digong Masuki, no? So, meron mga grupo na itong si Tatay Digong ay magdepensa po sa kanilang karapatan mga suki, no? Sa pamamagitan po ng yung mga social media. Okay. Kaya sinabi ko, kailangan ang social media po ay manatili, ay magdepensa po sa sa mga paninira mga suki, no? Yung right to response mo mga kababayan, no? Okay, right to response, pag meron mga issue, dapat sagutin mo. Ayan. So, ginagawa na po ng kampo ata ni Tatay Digong kahapon, no? Okay, nag-launch sila ng kanilang mga sagot. Ayan. So, tabla lang. Okay, kung malakas manira po ang kampo po ni Romualdez, kailangan makadepensa po na din ang kampo po ni Tatay Digong from Davao, no? Ayan. Ganun lang yan. Okay. So, dagdagan para natin ang balita o hindi na? Ayan. Okay, Manila Water signed 10 billion term loan with Metrobank. Okay, mangutang ng tubig na. Okay. Mga title lang basahin natin, no? Okay, Philippines may grow 5.8 next year. Basahin natin yung mga halaga. 5.9% ng growth po sa 2024, no? Okay, Philippines may grow 5.8% next year. Ayon po sa balita ito mga suki, no? Sandali lang, no? Okay, I-post ko muna and then saka ko basahin ng balita yan. Ayan.
Ang Bureau Administration ng balita at ibaha ay tumatalakay sa may subang kasalukuyan at nakapanahon. Makapolitika, makaopinyon, makakomentaryo at balita ang programa ito'y patas sa lahat. Walang pinihilingan, walang kinakamigan, at walang pinapamigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa kahaminan at trabaho lamang.
Okay, basahin na natin po mga suki. Ayan. Okay, ako kung magbasa po ng mga balita sa West, okay, dapat din magbasa po ng news din sa mga Middle East. Okay, sa mga Europe. O kaya sa mga Southeast Asia. O kaya sa mga Asia. Ganon po ang news natin, no? Balanse. Noong hindi pa ko sa news, okay, nagtataka ako mga suki, no? Nagtaka ako. Sabi ko, bakit ganito ang news? Okay? Kabilang panig lang. Bakit ang karamihan balita po ay puro West? Yung mga sa kabila po, wala kang maririnig, no? Sabi ko, hindi ata tama yon. Kaya nga, nakaisip ko, dapat po ang news ay balanse, no? Okay, meron news sa West, meron news sa Southeast Asia, sa continent ba? Meron news sa Europe, okay, meron news sa Asia, o kaya sa mga Eastern Asia, mga suki, no? So, ganun ang dapat ay pakitungon po ng mga balita, no? Hindi lang kabila po, mga suki, yun lang ang maririnig, no? Tapos minsan mga distorted news pa pong maririnig mo, mga suki, no? Okay. Kaya nga kung news ay balanse, wala kang problema, mga suki, no? Wala tayong problema. At least magkabilang panig, marinig mo sa news and information, mga suki. Basahin natin ito. Ito news natin ito, no? Okay. News natin. Manila, Philippines, Nomura Global Markets Research said the Philippines is expected to emerge as one of Asia's rising star despite the expected below 6% gross domestic product GDP growth next year. Okay, in its Asia macro outlook, okay, napalipit ang kwan natin. In its Asia macro outlook 2024, okay, Nomura said the Philippine gross domestic product GDP growth may accelerate to 5.8% the next year, after the slowing to 5.2% this year. So yan po, mga suki, no? Kahilig ko kasi magbasa ng pag mga ganito mga economic news, mga suki, no? Kasi ang ugat po, ang foundation po ng kabuhayan sa daigdig ay ekonomista, mga suki, no? Economy. Okay. Kung mahina ang economy, mahina din ang kabuhayan natin, no? Ayan. Kung malakas ang ekonomiya, masarap ang buhay ng tao, no? Kaya mahilig ako magbasa rito. Over the medium term, we see India, Indonesia, and the Philippines as Asia's rising star. Okay, Nomura Research Analyst, okay, Sonal Barma and Si Ying-to said, anong si Sonal? Si Sonal Indianata at saka si Ying, ano yan to? Korea. And ahead of the midterm election, in the 2025 Nomura said, increase in fiscal spending should lead to higher GDP growth. Okay, public investment spending will be the key driver of the pickup in our view, reflecting more progress in the coming quarter of the government flagship infrastructure project after a disappointing start to 2023. No? Okay, the central government pushing catch-up spending plans and the implementation should also be sustained ahead of the May 2025 midterm election, Nomura said. Okay, the GDP growth of the Asian economies is seen slowing, okay, in 3.9% in 2024, okay, from the projected 4.7% expansion this year. Okay, continue natin ng magandang balita sa ekonomiya, no? Ayan. Saan ka na kurso? Okay, saan na? Ito na. Ayan. Okay, in particular, Asia's thriving Tiger Cup. India, Indonesia, and the Philippines are likely to be the fastest growing economies this decade. Kasama ang Pilipinas, no? They had been scaling up structural reform to address infrastructure gap, strengthen regulation, and improve competitiveness. They said, ito naman dumating pa yung malaking bumper, no? Pag mag-news ako, grabe itong bumper ito mga suki, no? Bumper ba ng babae? Okay, yung pangitaas. Grabe. Ayan, pag mag-news ako. Okay, will ample room for economic development catch up and survival working age population. Nomura said these economies are poised to attract stronger foreign direct investment and portfolio inflows, okay, potentially setting up a virtuous cycle where higher investment lead to a stronger economic growth, which is in turn attract more investment. The Japanese bank believes growth in the most Asian economies will outperform that of the US and Europe in 2024. So, jackpot tayo ang mga taga-Asia, no? Okay, due to the semiconductor-led export, tailwind, a domestic offset that should facilitate a soft landing in Asia. Okay, we see Asia entering a sweet spot in early 2024 due to the ship cycle recovery. Ship ba? CHIP. Yung mga ginagamit po sa mga computer, yung may chip mga kababayan, no? Chip pala. Chip cycle recovery. Chip cycle recovery. CHIP. Okay, but more challenging second half of the year as the U.S. recession unfold. Okay, the author said. Okay, they said inflation divergence would be an important theme with a last mile challenges in Australia and Singapore. Okay, juxtaposed against the headline. Okay, deflation in Thailand. So yan po karatapusan ng balita natin mga suki mga kababayan, no? Pag at least may nauna na, tapos nakaubos ako ng 48 minutes po at saka 54 second at saka 2 second mga suki, no? Ayan. So ito na. Ayan.
Awesome! 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 Awesome!
Okay, parang binablock po ng system mga news ko yung sa mga sa mga itong mga diplomats po ng Arab League, no? Okay, nagtaka ako bigla lang na-cut mga suki, no? Okay, hindi ganun po sana ang gagawin nyo po sa akin, no? Okay, balanse naman ang balita natin. Kaya inulit ko may sa West, okay, may sa Middle East, Southeast Asia, okay, sa mga European Union, okay, kung saan-saan po ang news natin, no? Ayan. Hindi tayo, okay, wala tayong kinakampihan dito sa balita ito mga suki, no? Okay, so paalam tayo. Dito po sa Consolidated News natin, ADLSNTV Corporation, in the heart of a Filipinos, a global citizen, okay, Muslim Ummah, okay, and for all po ang balita natin, no? Okay, dito lang sa programa, Halo-Halo Special Opinion Balita at iba pa, kasama po sa Serbisyo Publiko Tinik ng Mamamayan at sa Kasumbungan ng Mamamayan, no? Okay, ang balita natin ay walang kinakampihan at saka wala tayong masamang tinapay sa mga balita natin. Okay, magre-release lang tayo ng information sa mga publiko, mga suki, no? Okay, yung kailangan po ng information. Kung hindi na kailangan, wala na kong pakialam. Pero yung mga kailangan po ng information, no? Ayan. So, yan po. So, ang magpondo po ng mga balita ito, ang kumpanya po ng Minded Global Food Lines Corporation at saka ADLSNTV Corporation po araw-araw mag-provide po ng pondo sa mga programa natin, no? Ayan. So, yan po. Katapusan ng balita, balik tayo mamayang hapon. Okay, this has been Abs naman lamang po, no? Bye-bye na. Ayan.
Ang Bureau Administration ng Balita ay tumatalakay sa may subang kasalukuyan at nakapanahon. Makapolitika, makaopinyon, makakomentaryo at balita ang programa ay patas sa lahat. Walang pinilingan, walang tinatampihan, at walang tinatamigan ang programa ito. Ang programa ito ay public service sa kahanginan at trabaho lamang.
Okay, lagi ako pinapakitahan ng malaking dede ito pag magprograma ako, no? Akala niya ata maakit ako. Ayan po mga sukit, no? Hindi ako maakit. Okay, can you imagine ang laki ng dede? Okay? Akala nila maakit nila ako, no? Hindi po. Ayan.